Assassin's Creed Codename Hexe, or Hex, whatever you want to call it, is an upcoming game, Assassin's Creed game, from Ubisoft. To my knowledge, this game is going to be the second release in the Assassin's Creed Infinity live service. Now, as you may or may not know, the Assassin's Creed Infinity upcoming live service is basically going to be a glorified launcher for the Assassin's Creed games moving past Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now, the way I said glorified there makes it sound like I think it's going to be really, really bad, but I don't know, it could be good. It's yet to be seen what it will be. From what we saw in the AC Codename Hexe trailer is that it has a very ominous, dark, foreboding, creepy tone. Mate, creepy. Now, in my opinion, this isn't something we've really seen in the Assassin's Creed series before. It looks like it's potentially shaping up to be a game in the series unlike anything we've experienced before. So in this video, I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts, my feelings, my emotions, and my opinion on Assassin's Creed Codename Hexe. What sort of a game do I think it's going to be? Do I think it'll be good? When do I think it might release? And how can it coincide with Infinity? And more. So if that's something you want to see, then stay tuned to the end of the video so you guys can get maybe a better understanding of what this game could be. And if I earn your subscribe by the end of this video, then that will be amazing. But I'll leave that one up to you. Let's get into this video. So to start with, I want to talk about the tone of the trailer. As I said, it's very creepy, eerie, scary. It's not really like a trailer we've seen in the series before. As we also know, Infinity is going to be, as I said, a live service that encompasses many Assassin's Creed games that you can basically launch, start up from the Infinity live service menu, from what we know. And I think this is going to be very similar to the way it was presented in Assassin's Creed Unity. Of course, that was pretend. That wasn't a real live service menu. It was a fictional Abstergo console time selector, if you will. And because Infinity is going to have different games set in different periods of time, having different characters, having different countries, I don't think it's too beyond the realms of possibility that we could have multiple genres of Assassin's Creed. You know, some being the classic Assassin's Creed, the sort of genre that we're expecting Mirage to be and the earlier games were, while also Infinity encompassing games such as the newer RPG model. Sorry, RPG style model. Oh, sorry, pseudo RPG model. No, I'm joking with you. I think Infinity is a way to please more than just one type of fan, to bridge the gap that is the divide in the Assassin's Creed community, and maybe to also bring in newer types of people that aren't into RPGs, that aren't into the classic sort of action-adventure format. Maybe they're into horror games. Maybe they're into thrillers, and that's what I think AC Hexe might be trying to do. The trailer looks scary, and I think they were deliberately trying to give off a vibe of what the game will be so that we can get an idea of what the gameplay will be. Of course, the game is still in development, and in my opinion, I don't think it will be coming out until maybe late 2026, maybe 2027, just because we obviously have Mirage to come out, then we have AC Codename Red, and then it's Hexe, so it's going to be a few years off. Or perhaps I'm wrong and Ubisoft will release this game alongside Codename Red as the two major flagship titles of AC Infinity. That could also be a possibility. Regardless, it's a few years off. I think this game is a way to draw in a new crowd. The people who like horror games. I think Assassin's Creed Hexe is going to be maybe a survival horror type game with a linear story. What the story could be, I don't know. Perhaps you are an assassin and you're actually one of the last remaining assassins in the country it's set, and the Templars are more like witch hunter type people, and they come after you because they have made a rule, a propaganda type of law, that all people associated with the assassins are actually witches. Of course, at that time, which looks to be maybe some sort of medieval time, witches are illegal and to be burnt at the stake. So everyone is hunting the assassins. The Templars are the witch hunters. The assassins are the quote-unquote witches. And maybe you and the assassins are on the run. There's not many of you left. And you are being hunted horror style by these Templars. And also perhaps the Templars are sort of twisted in a way. They have an Isu piece of technology. Maybe it's the apple. Maybe it's something else. And they're using this to, because you know what Ubisoft are like, come across as these scary, monstrous sort of beings that do hunt you. And I know that sounds contradictory because they're saying the assassins are the magical witches when they're the normal people, but perhaps with their Isu technology, they are able to influence the minds of the populace to think, you know, don't worry about us doing all these crazy things, worry about them, they're the bad ones. You know, they can control minds with certain artifacts of Isu technology. That's just a little bit of speculation into what maybe a horror Assassin's Creed game could involve. I think stealth gameplay, such as hidden blade combat, such as obviously normal crouching, hiding in hay, and stuff like that, could actually work really well in a horror-based Assassin's Creed game, because there is obviously a lot of hiding, a lot of stealth involved in horror games where you are hiding from the person attacking you, finding you, hunting you, and you're fighting to survive because it's a horror survival, so fighting to survive includes hidden blade assassinations, again, hiding in hay, maybe climbing up onto treetops to elude your enemies, stuff like that. I don't think this game is going to be like anything we've played in the series yet. Okay, it might play similarly in some aspects, such as what I mentioned, but I don't think it will resemble Assassin's Creed in any way we've seen so far. And you know there's going to be a lot of people out there that say it's literally changing from what the series is. Again, this is again not the way we wanted the series to go, and I get that, I do, because obviously the RPGs were not the route that a lot of people wanted the series to go. When they said they wanted change, they didn't mean change like that. They meant change in making what's already there better and not making it repetitive. But on the other hand, there's the argument that, well, obviously AC Infinity is going to be this new thing that has all these different types of genres and makes Assassin's Creed this more big mainstream series that can encompass everybody's needs. Will that further convolute the AC series more than it already has? Yes, probably. But at the same time, the live service might be a way to say, well, you know what, you guys who like the classical sort of Assassin's Creed, we've got all these games coming out for you. You guys that like the RPG stuff, we've got all these games coming out for you. And newer people that we're trying to draw in that maybe weren't interested in Assassin's Creed before, we've got these new genres for you. Obviously, I'll go into more detail on that in my next video, which is my thoughts on Infinity. But to round back to Hexe, I think that will fit into the latter category, these new genres. Do I think AC Hexe is going to be good? It's so hard to tell. It's years off. We've seen a reveal trailer that doesn't mean anything. Who knows if it's going to be good or not? If looking at games and different game companies in the past is anything to go off of, it could be a risky thing. When companies try new genres they haven't tried before, a lot of companies might fail to do so because it's their first attempt at this thing. They don't quite hit the mark because they're so used to doing a different genre than what they're trying now. So it could maybe fail, it could maybe not do what they set out to do. But at the same time, there's other companies such as Guerrilla Games who tried a new genre and they majorly succeeded at it. Obviously, they were originally doing the Killzone games, which were first-person shooters. They then moved over to Horizon Zero Dawn and then Horizon Forbidden West, which are critically acclaimed and people say are some of the best games ever made. So game companies trying new genres can definitely succeed and make them good and better than what games they've made before. But again, you know, it's Ubisoft. Gone are the days where they really properly innovate and make something we've never seen in the industry before. These days, it's a lot more, okay, well, what's doing well? How can we do that ourselves? And of course, that's my opinion, but that's based on what I've seen from them. Overall, AC Hexe is years off, so things can change, things can happen within the company. Maybe Ubisoft become the best company ever. Maybe they get bought out by somebody and change the way they do things completely, or maybe they stay the same. Regardless, AC Hexe is coming out in a few years' time, and who knows what it'll be. Overall, though, I do think it is definitely, in my opinion, going to be a survival horror type game that is scary, is ominous, is creepy, and I think the trailer definitely reflects that. But guys, let me know in the comments your thoughts on this. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Do you think AC Codename Hexe is going to be a good game? Do you think it's going to be a bad game? Will you play it? Will you not play it? Let me know in the comments and let's get a discussion going. Now, at the beginning of this video, I did mention if I am to win you over, will you press that subscribe button? That's completely up to you, but if you did enjoy this and you want to see more like this, then yeah, feel free to press that subscribe button. If not, that's completely fine. I just appreciate you guys sticking around to watch this video. I love you guys. May the Father of Understanding guide us. I will see you soon. Goodbye.